Hello everyone, I'm Leslie Moore, Chair of Hastings Musical Festival, and I'd like to welcome you all to our 2021 Virtual Festival. This has been a difficult year for all of us, but we are really pleased that we've been able to continue with the festival this year through the wonders of modern technology, as we were not able to all meet up at the theatre as usual. We're thrilled that so many of you have been able to enter our virtual festival and take part in what is very much of a new venture for us. At this point, I'd like to thank all our section secretaries and in particular our General Secretary for all the hard work that they have put in to make this possible. Today, we will be hearing from the adjudicators of each section and finding out the results for all the classes. And we're also welcoming the Mayor of Hastings, who has kindly agreed to announce the winners of the Molly Townson Bursary and also our other festival grant winners. But first, I'd like to introduce Petula Clark, the president of our festival, who wishes to say a few words.
Hello, lovely Hastings. It's me, Petula, speaking to you from my living room in Geneva, in Switzerland. It's a beautiful day. The mountains are lovely, the lake, everything is very beautiful. But there's no sea. Well, you probably know Switzerland just doesn't have any sea. And that's one of the things that I love coming back to Hastings. Sea air. But of course, I really love the music. And I'm very proud to be part of it, because it's become really very important. The Music Festival of Hastings. Very prestigious. And I just wish that I could be there with you in the White Rock Theatre, listening to marvellous music and those great young, talented musicians. I met some marvellous people there too, and of course Molly has left us. And I would miss her too. But the music is still there. So, what can I say to you? I can't be there with you, but you can be here with me if you like, just for a while, thanks to technology. I've actually made a couple of records here in Geneva in a small, lovely, compact studio, but that's all thanks to technology. So, my dear friends, I hope you enjoy the music. You can always enjoy the music. I can't imagine my life without it. I send you much love. Here's to next year. Bye.
Hello everyone, my name is James Bacon and I'm the Mayor of Hastings. It's great to be with you this year, and although it's been a really challenging year for many of us, it's fantastic that the Hastings Music Festival is still able to go ahead virtually, and I want to thank everyone for their hard work and for taking part this year. Now, the Hastings Music Festival has a really special place in my own heart. I remember as a young boy being a member of the Barton's Drama Club and then taking part in poetry recitals at this very competition. And I also performed as Friar Tuck, and I think that was probably at the age of about 8 or 9. And then in my later years at the Federal Sixth Form, taking part in some musical theatre as well. I have so many great memories of this festival, and I'm sure all of you will have the same and look back fondly on this great event. Now, as well as organising the competitive festival every year, the Hastings Music Festival uses the proceeds and funds generously donated in memory of Molly Townson to support our talented performers who go on to study for careers in the performing arts. Congratulations this year to the winner of the Molly Townson Bursary Fund of £3,000, and that winner is Daisy Notton. Daisy is a very talented flautist who has been entering the Hastings Music Festival since 2013. She has won many prizes over the years, and in 2020 was the Hastings Young Musician of the Year. She has also entered us in the Hastings Festival finale and is currently a member of the National Youth Orchestra of Great Britain. She not only performs in the festival, but also gives performances around Hastings and St Leonard's. The Bursary Fund will help support her during her studies at the Royal Academy of Music, where she has been accepted to study the flute. Congratulations to Daisy. Now also, the young people gaining grants this year are Alice Creasy, Phoebe Harris, Harry Parkinson, Amy Robinson, and Maisie Edwards, who is last year's Molly Townson Bursary winner. Also, the Hastings Music Festival continues to support the following students who are in their later years of study. They are Kai Cooper, Maria Crowter, Thomas Golby, Brianna Kelly, Lily Rose Matthews, Ellie Peacock, Thomas Pickering, Abigail Rees, Freya Reed, Lauren Strivett, and Jessica Sutton. Congratulations to all those people, and also thank you to everyone who has taken part and been part of the organising team for the Hastings Music Festival this year, and of course for all those years that this festival has taken part. Hopefully next year the festival will be back in person, and I look forward to seeing all the performances once again. Thank you very much and enjoy the rest of your day.
Hello, my name is Richard Deering and I've been the adjudicator for the instrumental section of the Hastings Festival that you've all taken part in of this year. I've been involved with music festivals in some form or another since I was 7 years of age, and I can remember taking part when I was 7 and almost every single detail of that event. And since then I've taken part in competitions. I've trained as a professional musician and performed and toured most parts of the world, but also alongside that I've also been an adjudicator for over 30 years, and am now involved in the running of a similar festival to this particular one. And for me, music festivals, or drama or dance festivals, the principle of festivals has probably been the most important part of my life and everything connected with it. But first off, before we talk about the performers, I'd like to thank all of you, performers, but I think the performers yourselves, you need to thank a few people as well on all of our collective behalves. We need to thank the teachers, of course, for getting you to the stage of performance that you're obviously at, but we also need to thank the people of Hastings Festival that have organised this event. It's been remarkable that it's been done in this way, and an unprecedented way, so we need to thank all of those. I thoroughly enjoyed listening to all of your performances, and there are so many really positive things. Always, as a performer, remember that the important elements of the performance, if we break the performance down into 3 elements, there's the notes, there's the rhythm, and by rhythm I mean where the accents go, not just the timing, and also the expression. And in many ways, the rhythm, the tone, the quality of the tone, and the expression are actually, in many ways, more important than the notes. That's not, of course, to mean that the notes aren't important, but we must always remember that music is a language, it's a living language, and it must communicate. And we never ever communicate just by getting the words right, as it were. We communicate by getting the inflection of our voice, the inflection of our delivery, and the expression, and as a consequence, we communicate. And also that remember that rhythm is an aspect of human, all forms of life, that is an essential commodity. And so in some ways, rhythm is often the neglected part in teaching. Always enjoy your performing. because the business of performance is an essential life skill. Whether you like it or not, sooner or later, at least once in all of our lives, we have to perform. Audition, interview, interview for a university, interview for a job. And a lot of people appear and they've got good techniques, they've got very high academic grades, if that's in that sort of area. But it's the people who succeed are always the good communicators. And that element of communicating is something that in the modern educational sphere, most of us can only learn from performing in the context of a festival. Never be frightened of an audience, whether your audience is one person, an examiner, a jury, as it were, on a competition, or even 3,000 people in the Royal Festival. Never be frightened of an audience, because an audience always wants you to do well. They're not looking for things to go wrong. They will notice if things go wrong, but they're not there for that purpose. They want to enjoy your performance. And to help you with that, you need to look the part. Don't look as though you're frightened of the audience. If you look as though you're scared of what you're doing, you'll hit the buffers. I mean, it's true for all of us, so be very careful. And look at your audience every so often. Smile, and look as though you're pleased to be there, even if you're not. Just look as though you are. And in terms of the general aspect of life skills, you'll slowly discover as you get older that performing is far more important than examinations. That's not to mean that examinations are not important, but performing is far more important. And good performers will always make good examination candidates. In an examination, absolutely nobody got distinction or will get distinction just by being accurate. They'll get distinction by communicating, worrying about the rhythm, worrying about the quality of the tone, and the observance of all of the marks of the expression, crescendos, diminuendos, all that sort of stuff. So I thoroughly enjoyed all your performances. As a footnote, I would say, please enter again next year. Hopefully, God willing, the festival next year will be live in February, March. And the important thing is we can all share in that. We learn by listening to each other. We learn by observing each other. And we also learn, which I hope you'll do now, by analysing what it is that we have just done. All of us, professional, amateur, early in the business, late in the business, we learn by analysing what we have learnt from what we've just done. And in some ways, that's added to by, if you enter again next year when it's a live event, learning from others in the same way. So, ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, the results. I have to, as a footnote to the results, have to tell you that not all of the people who entered or the people who won the bronze medal, silver medal and gold medal classes will have won the respective medal because they won't have got the minimum mark. So I'm just, in those cases, I'll tell you who's won it, but obviously I'm not going to embarrass those people by telling them whether they've got the required minimum mark or not. However, one of the gold medal winners, I have to put this on record, I gave to them the highest mark that I've ever given in over 30 years of adjudicating, to be shared with two other people. In other words, 3 people now have got this high mark which I've given. And the incredible thing is that the 2 others, I can remember still exactly who they were, and I know now what they're still doing. One of them is Associate Professor of Music at the University of Atlanta in the States, and the other one, until fairly recently, was the principal euphonium for Black Dyke Mills Band. So when, again, I'm not going to embarrass the person concerned by telling them publicly who it is that's got the mark, but when you receive the sheets, they will discover. And I have great aspirations for this particular person. In the process of trying to save a bit of time, because there were a lot of different classes, I'm only going to announce the first place in each class, and as you receive the certificates and all the paperwork and my comments, you'll discover who came second and third. So it's not because I'm being too lazy, it's just because I don't want to bore you to non-existence. So, ladies and gents, going through the classes in numerical order, as I say, I'm just going to announce the first place. So, the class number 3000, which was the beginner's piano, age under 9, the winner of that class was Sunny Munro. Then if we get to the next class, which is the 3004 beginner's piano, aged 9 and under 15, the winner of that was May Bailey. Then if we get to the 3008 piano class, age under 8, the winner of that was Esme Powell. And the following class was 3012, which was 8 years only piano class. The winner of that was Leo. And then if we get to the next class, which is the 9-year-olds, class 3016, the winner of that was Olivia Jolly. And then if I turn the page over, I get to the next class, which is 3020, which is the 10-year-olds piano. The winner of that class was Tanmay Gokul. And the following class, which is the 12 years piano class, the winner of that was Mr. Pownell, who was the only person in the class. But that doesn't mean he won it because he's the only person in the class. He won it because he won the class. Then we come to the primary piano, of which there were quite a number, which is very impressive. The primary piano, which was 3056, the winner of that class was, again, Tanmay Gokul. And then 3060, the elementary piano, the winner of that class was Zach Wood. And then class 3064, which is the transitional piano, the winner of that class was Mr. Tobias Bristow. And then the lower age piano class, which was a really healthy number of people, which was really very impressive. That's 3068 I'm talking about now. The winner of that particular class, 3068, which was the lower piano any age, there were some really very polished performances in there, and I gave two people a mark of 90 or above. So consequently they were first and second, but the first of them was Catherine Kwan. Turning the page to the higher piano class, which was 3072, again, which was a really healthy number of people in that class. The winner of that class was the last performer, which is Quincy Wareham. And then we came to the 3073, which was the grade 6 class, any age. The winner of that class was Laura Kesiak. And then 3076, the winner of that class was Annabelle Lowe. And then we come to 3084, which was the piano sonatina class. Two very, very good performers in there, but the winner was Sophia Cui. Then the piano sonata age 16 and over, 3100. The winner of that class was Alistair Ray. And then we follow that with class 3104, which was the Bach piano class, age under 12. And again, a really good number of people in that class. The winner, though, was Ling Zhu. And then we came to 3116, which was the Chopin age 16 and over class. The winner was Howard Allen. And then class 3124, again, reasonable number of people in that class. 3124, the piano contemporary, age under 12. The winner was Lou Jane Smallman. And then the piano contemporary, age under 16, which was 3128. The winner of that was Ethan Sebastian Neeson. And then we came to the piano recital, age under 16, of which there were three very distinguished people in that class. The winner was Sophia Cui. And then we came to the piano recital age 16 and over, and the winner, very impressively, was Gordon Chan. Then we came to the first of our medal classes, 3156. The piano bronze medal was won by Isla Cheong. The piano silver medal, which was 3160, was won by Philippe Cheong. Then we came to the piano gold medal class, 3164. The winner of that class was Galina Baxter. Then we came to the duets, and I always feel very strongly about piano duets because I think that far too few pianists play piano duets. So those amongst you who are pianists, the people of whom I've spoken thus far, if you don't play duets with a friend or a relative or whatever, please do so, because it encourages your listening and it's an important part of learning to play the piano. But in this case, the class 3187, the piano duet, were won by the brothers Edgar, Hugo and Theo. Then we moved to the strings. The strings beginners class, 3196, was won by Rashmika. Then the unaccompanied string solo, age under 16, that was won by Miro Okajima. And there were two following string sonatas classes, 3198, the two string sonata classes where the repertoire was determined by historical period. The first of those, 3198, was won by Elias. And then the other one, which was 3199, was won by Matthew. The strings recital any age, which was 3200, was won by Laura Kesiak. And then we came to the strings gold medal, 3212, where the winner was Eunice. And then we plummeted back to the younger performers in the strings of 3215, which was the grade 1 and 2 standard, any age, and that was won by Shelley Ann. And the violin solo under 9, 3220, the winner was Anelia Lipinska. And then 3224, which was the violin for the 9 and under 11s, the winner of that was P.H.E. Shoshapu. And then the following class, which was 3228, which was again violins, but 11 to and under 13, the winner of that class was Joanna Chiakta. And then 3232, which was the violin for age 13 and under, very impressive performance, and the winner by Julia Weber. And then we went down an octave or two to the cello, 3272, age under 9, Lucy Rayner. 3276, age 9 and under 11, cello, was Laura Kesiak, who probably seems to play every instrument of the orchestra. 3280, which was the cello, age 11 and under 13, the winner of that was Rupert. And then we went up several octaves and changed instruments to the recorders. Recorder beginners was 3372, the winner of that was Claudia Canelli. And then we had in the 3380, which was the recorder aged under 10, we had a really healthy number of performers in here. And the winner of this was Martha Ross, who not only came first, she came second as well, because like some others, she entered as a descant player and as a treble recorder player. But so Martha came first and second. Then we came to the recorder aged 11, which, if I've read it correctly, was 3384, yes, and the winner of that was Poppy. And then 3388, which was the recorder aged under 12. Lydia was the winner of that class, Lydia Smalley. Then 3392, aged under 14, the winner was Cora Hewitt. And then 3396, age under 16, the winner was Mia Michaelis. And then we came to the recorder recital, 3401, the winner was Neve Kelly. 3420, the recorder bronze medal, the winner was Cora. And then we came to the recorder gold medal, where the winner was Hannah Birrell. And I have to say that the standard of recorder playing overall was really, really very high. Quite often at music festivals, the recorder playing is fairly fundamental. But there's some really distinguished recorder playing here, right from the early stages up to the more more versatile and obviously more experienced performers. Then we went to the woodwind, 3484, which was the beginner's woodwind, age under 12. The winner was Kitty. Then the woodwind, aged under 14, 3488. We had two Jessicas in this class, and the winner was Jessica Noakes. And then the woodwind bronze medal, 3504, and the winner was Clara. The woodwind silver medal and the woodwind recital, that's 3506, 3509, were both won by Jessica Powell. The two church organ classes, I thought it was wonderful to have church organ classes in the festival for obvious practical reasons. Lots of festivals are not able to have an organ class, but I suppose one of the virtues of having this online was the fact that it could have an organ class, although it doesn't stop the possibility of it happening live. But in both the organ classes, the winner was Natalie Young. And then the brass silver medal, which is 3576, was won by Rosemary Moncrief. Then we came to the two concerto classes, and I have to say that the two respective winners of the two age-grouped recital concerto classes were really, really Premier League performers. The winner of the concerto class, age 13 and under, which was 3600, was Julia Weber, playing the violin. And the winner of the aged 14 and under 18 concerto class, 3602, playing the cello, was Rio Hami. Then we came to some, I love composition classes. I think composition classes are an essential part of music festivals, and it was really very, very exciting to get two gentlemen performers who'd entered their compositions and performed them, which was really exciting. But the winner of that particular class, which was 3898, was Eric Laporte. And finally, we came to class 3900, which is the primary school's first access. If any of you have not seen this particular class and are able to get the link to be able to do so, please do so, because they were all four schools groups were terrific, and the enthusiasm and the fun of which I previously spoke, and the sense of just thoroughly enjoying what they were doing was manifest throughout all of the performances, and it was great fun. But it's my job to find a winner, and the winner, with a resounding 90 as a mark, which was really very, very sophisticated, and I have to say it was extremely mature, although that sounds a bit patronising, extremely mature for such young people and sophisticated in so many ways. The winner with 90 was Icklesham Primary School's ukulele group. So that's the results. If I haven't read your name out in the sense that you've won it, that's not to mean anything else. I can't remember winning many classes when I was a performer, but I've had a very successful performing career and several accolades from it. So, this is not the important part. The important part is, as I say, that you analyse and say, what have I learnt from what I've performed, and seize every opportunity to perform. That's the only way we get any better. Doesn't matter how good your teacher is, doesn't matter how much practice you do, you learn more from performing. So we look forward to you, and I'm sure the officials of Hastings Music Festival, whom we thank once again, are looking forward to receiving your entry sometime after the summer holidays in preparation for the live performance next February, March. So thank you very much, and I thoroughly enjoyed everything. Well done.